Good morning, this is Frank Fortunato with CATEX TV. Today is Wednesday, November 30th, 2011, the last day of November. The British have just ordered the Iranian embassy closed in London and have expelled all the diplomats. We'll get to a little bit of a related story later on in the broadcast. Meanwhile, in Britain, 2 million British public sector employees are on a 24-hour general strike. Teachers, immigration officers, garbage collectors, firefighters, meteorologists, and other public sector workers are out. It's the biggest strike of public sector employees since 1979. They're angry over pension overhaul, which they say will require them to work longer and contribute higher amounts into their pensions. China has reversed course. Faced with an economy that appears to be slowing faster than they had expected even a month ago, last night they decided that they would unexpectedly reverse its year-long move toward tighter monetary policy and reduce the reserve requirement for Chinese banks to encourage more lending. The reduction in the reserve requirement ratio came after the central bank had increased the same ratio 6 times this year. Monetary changes in China are not made by the country's central bank, but by the State Council, which is controlled by the Standing Committee of the Politburo of the Chinese Communist Party, 9 men who rule China. In the U.S., automatic data processing just reported that private sector payrolls increased 206,000 in November, the largest gain since last year. It's led by the service-producing sector and small businesses. The big U.S. government Labor Department job report comes out this Friday. In Lloyd, syndicate 1965 has been placed into runoff because of mounting losses emanating from the unprecedented level of natural cat activity to hit the Asia-Pacific region this year. 1965 was the first exclusively Asian syndicate when opened for business in 2005. Was backed by ACAL Underwriting as well as Mitsui and Selatar Fund Investments, a subsidiary of the Singapore government's investment arm. The Federal Aviation Administration is closely monitoring American Airlines now, providing enhanced oversight of its maintenance practices and pilot training. This is in the wake of the bankruptcy filing yesterday. Norway has closed its embassy in Tehran due to security concerns after yesterday's attack and ransacking of the British embassy. Also in Iran, a satellite image has apparently indicated now extensive damage from that explosion at the Iranian nuclear facility last month. Some buildings seem to have been completely destroyed. Also yesterday, a series of unexplained explosions were reported in central Isfahan province. 2 good-sized earthquakes occurred, a 6.0 near Manila that shook office buildings downtown, as well as a 5.0 in, yes, again, eastern Turkey out in Van. The 3rd big earthquake out in Van, where over now 660 people have been reported killed. ProSight has appointed a new CEO for its Lloyd's arm. Remember, they're a private equity-backed U.S.-based insurer. They've appointed former Argo International CEO Julian Noisy to head its startup Lloyd's operation. ProSight is backed by the Goldman Sachs private equity arm, GS Capital Partners and TPG Capital. ProSight also announced it's completed its acquisition of Lloyd's insurer TSM Agencies. That's the news for today. If we have any breaking news, we'll come back and tell you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.